Information. Today's date is 8th of August 2025, and as I am reporting from Ezambo, Old Ebonyi State, I have come with a current update that is going on now. Even those in Okigwe should testify it. If you have anyone in Okigwe, just as you are receiving this information, make call in Okigwe to understand what is going on in Okigwe. But before I will proceed on this information, I will not forget to give to honor to whom honor is due, in the respect of Chief of Armed Forces in the whole Biafra nation, in the respect of Igwe Botozo, the Triple G. And I want to also to appreciate the good efforts of Major General Gento the Yahoo, who has devoted himself and his men to defend Biafra land. So I am appreciating all of you and all the Major Generals of Biafra Division Army for giving me the privilege to bring this information to Biafrans, especially those living in Okigwe. And what is the information? The information is that Peter Mba is now trooping his military, his terrorist military soldiers down from Enugu down to Okigwe. And Alex Oti from Abia State is trooping his military from Abia State to Okigwe. And Nwifuru of Ebonyi State is also tripling his own terrorist soldiers from Ebonyi to Okigwe. And the Owerri State, Owerri by Hope Osodima, is trooping his own terrorist squad from Owerri to Okigwe. So, and the Anambra Soludo is also bringing all the terrorists he grouped with Nigerian soldiers. They are trooping from Anambra to Okigwe. So it is on notice. I want their friends to take it as a notice that there is another genocide that is going on in Okigwe. And Tinubu, according to the Tinubu and the Hope of them, they have targeted Aku Okigwe, Ihube Okigwe, Arondizogo Okigwe, Ezinnachi Okigwe, Oman Moke Okigwe, Amoro Okigwe, Abobo Okigwe, and all the some part and villages of Onimo axis. So these are the places that they have mapped to invade. Please, I want to use this medium according to the order and directions of Major General Gento the Yahoo. He passed to me to pass to you, that is written to me, that those people in these areas I have mentioned should be security conscious. And if you know that you cannot stand the heat, please leave the axis. And I want to use this opportunity to assure Biafrans should not panic, because the men on ground in that axis have taken in their positions to defend Okigwe State. Please, if you are supporting Nigerian terrorist government, you are supporting killing of your own people. This is the handwork of Ebe Kodike, Caterpillar, and Mazi Sumas. Ebe Kodike Obiekunye of Arondizog. And this war is sponsored by the stakeholders and the politicians of Arondizog. So I am reporting this from Ezambo, Old Ebonyi State, over what is currently going on in Okigwe, even though Major General Gento is not in the axis of Okigwe, neither Imo State, Old Imo State. So take this note for you to understand that whatever that is going on now, Hope Osodima have directed his military terrorists, tiger base, to begin to burn down people's house. I will be bringing updates as I receive updates from Okigwe axis.
Nigeria Janjaweed terrorist army in search of Biafra Liberation Army officers unleashed terror on innocent Igbo Biafrans in Okigwe state. Here are the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 10th of August 2025 and I have a video for you. Biafrans and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people. This very information that I'm bringing to your doorsteps right now is very, very important, and I want you to treat it with care. Do not take it as if it's normal, because the people we are dealing with are beasts. They are not living. These are dead men walking. These are people that their hands are being soiled in blood, the blood of innocent Biafrans. And many of them who are bringing these Janjaweed terrorists in military uniform claim to be Igbos as well. The likes of DOS members, which is of course presently represented by the one that called himself Ebekuedike and the idiot that lives in South Africa. So, they claim to be Igbo people, but in reality, because it is obvious that once Biafra is restored, we are going to conduct DNA for everybody. Before you are given a Biafran citizenship, DNA test must be conducted to confirm where you really come from. Because we have a lot of Fulanis in Igbo land. They are everywhere. Many of them were born in Enugu State. Many of them were born in Ebonyi. Many were born in Imo. Many were born in Anambra. And a lot of them were equally born in Abia State. So there are so many. And they speak Igbo fluently, claim to be Igbos, with Igbo names, and even Igbo surnames, many of them. So they have re-strategized. Pay very good attention, because I have a video for you. And the video is not only the video of our angel. There is also another important video at the end of this announcement. That is where you are going to see the video of what is currently happening in Okigwe. So I want you to pay attention, listen to the very end of this very broadcast. So what they did is that they re-strategized, because they have realized that the main man they are looking for, which is of course Commander Gentle, Angel Makeup, and some other men, they have realized that they are not actually where they thought they were. They have seen shadow, going to some areas, thinking that they were there, looking for them. They were, according to Angel Makeup, they were looking for the living in the land of the dead. So, Okwanwadi Omimi, Angel Makeup said it, and Okwanwadi Omimi. Now, since they realized that they were not there, according to the information, DOS now told the Janjaweed terrorist army, of course, DOS being represented by one Ebekuedike Arirebido, and that Rasta, or Raska, not Rasta, Raska, that Raska in South Africa. So they have told them that they are no longer in the forest, that they are now living and hiding in people's homes, in the areas which we are going to hear the names of those areas and communities within Arondi Zogo and Okigwe at large. So what the Janjaweed terrorist army is doing now is going into those villages, going into people's homes, not only searching their homes, but equally packing their properties. This is what they are known for. There was that Fulani man who said on a video, he used to be a soldier. He said that any soldier from the north that is being posted in the southeast, he's always happy, irrespective of what is happening in the southeast. That they're always happy because they know that it is opportunity for them to be rich. It is a soldier that said it, a Nigerian soldier from the north. He said that any northern soldier sent to the east or posted to the east is always happy because he knows that this is the time for him to be rich, because he's going to extort illegal money from the people, from innocent passerby. He's going to kidnap people and collect ransom. He's going to work with the bandits in the east, the Fulani bandits, the herdsmen terrorists. He's going to invade people's privacies, people's homes, pack their properties and unalive them in order to put fear in others and tag Biafra Liberation. I mean, according to him, ESN, tag ESN, a terrorist and give them bad names. A northern soldier said it on a video. So our people must be very, very security conscious in Cape Azua. But one thing is for sure, they are going to meet their Waterloo in Biafra land. So I don't want to talk too much because I don't want this very video to be too long. I want you now to watch and listen to the direct message, direct information from the horse's mouth from the Public Relations Officer, Media and Publicity Secretary of the Biafra Liberation Army and Jamaica. I want you to listen to him, watch the video to the end, that you may be able to see what the Zoo Janjaweed Terrorist Army is doing in Okigwe. Watch the video, to Salo Nomozia, and make it go viral.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, my fellow Biafrans that is watching me right now. This information is for the people in Okigwe. As the information reaching to my table now is that there are some communities that Nigerian DSS, Tiger Base, the group of DOS under the watch and controlled by Ebe Kodike, Ikenga Uruago, Caterpillar, and all the members of defunct DOS in collaboration with the Asari Dokupo Tiger Base. The information is that they have mapped out some communities that they will loot, according to the information reaching to me now, that since 3 days ago now, they are in Okigwe in order to fight against the men on ground in Okigwe. And today is the third day of the war. And the information reaching to me now is that they came with trailers, many kinds of trailers, in order to load people's property. Because Ebe Kodike, who is an agent of DSS, and Ikenga Uruago have directed them, have instructed them that the men on ground are living in the communities, that the men on ground are living in the towns, that the men on ground are living in the communities So that is why he advised them in order to break. When they invade any village, they will ransack the village and they destroy the house, open the house, and carry all the luggages, all the property. So I am bringing this information to the people in Ako, precisely Ako Okigwe, precisely. Please, everybody in Ako should guard their properties. Anyone in Ihube should guard their properties. Anyone in Omololo, those in Omololo, indigenous, Amosu, indigenous, Aro Okigwe, indigenous, Amoro, indigenous, Amano, Abobo. So there are the communities that they have mapped out now, and they are now bringing more trailers in order to load people's properties. Please, I am bringing this notice for the international community to understand there is a genocide war. And according to the information I'm also receiving, is that they are afraid to go to the camp of men on ground. The zoo know where the camp of men on ground there. They definitely the Basin Army. The zoo know that the zoo. So I want to ask Hopos Odemma. I want to ask Tinubu. I want to ask the learned people, the learned ones. Why is Hopos Odemma trying to invade innocent communities, believing in a lie that the men on ground are living in those communities? Men on ground are not living in any house. Men on ground are not living in any house. Men on ground are not living in any community. Men on ground are not living in anywhere related with civilians. The men on ground, they stay in the bush. And the Nigerian terrorist government, the Tiger Base, the terrorists who are killing, who have come to kill Okigwe youths, they knew where the men on ground are staying in the bush. So why are they killing? Now, the information still reaching to me now, as I'm talking to you now, is that Peter Mpa have withdrawn his Enugu terrorist military. They are now retrieving back to Enugu because of fear of what they are about to face. And I made it open yesterday, being the 8th of August, that the men on ground on those axes I mentioned in my yesterday broadcast, that the men on ground there has taken over, has taken their positions. So, and today the information reaching to me now is that now any youth, they are not adopting youth. The problem now is that they are not adopting the youth of Okigwe. Please, if you are a motorbike, stay far away from Nigerian military checkpoints, Nigerian barrack, Nigerian camp in Okigwe. If you are a motorist, if you are a passerby, please stay away, because the information reaching to me now is that any motorist that passes, they will arrest the person, catch the person. They will forcing the person to lead us into the camp of men on ground. Then if that civilian reply that I don't know where you people are saying, then they will take the person inside their camp and begin to torture them. So this is what is currently going on now at the army camp Okigwe, and I am using this opportunity as the Major General General Yahoo has given the privilege to bring these updates for Biafrans internationally, and especially the Biafrans in Okigwe should understand there is a secret war that is going on underground now. So I am bringing this information so that if anything begin to happen any moment from now, I am talking, any invasion of any community by the Nigerian securities, be it known that the men on ground have reviewed the secret agenda of these animals that have come to invade and kill innocent Okigwe indigenes.
Breaking news: IPOB blames federal government for Mbano massacre, demands immediate justice. Good morning, good afternoon, wonderful people, lovers of freedom all over the world. Wherever you're joining us from today, you're highly welcome to this wonderful YouTube platform that gives you more updated news and information on everything trending and happening in Biafran territory. If you've not yet subscribed to this channel, please subscribe and make sure you turn on your notifications so that you will be notified whenever we drop our spanking news. The news in detail. The indigenous people of Biafra has accused the federal government of orchestrating the recent massacre of civilians in Mbano, Imo State, alleging it was a deliberate move to discredit the group and suppress the Biafran agitation. In a statement, IPOB condemns the unaliving and demanded immediate justice for the victims. The statement, signed by a more powerful IPOB spokesperson, and Director of Media and Publicity, accused Nigerian security agencies of hastily blaming IPOB and its Eastern Security Network (ESN) without any credible evidence or investigation. Powerful described the accusations as part of a long-standing pattern of state-backed violence aimed at silencing the Biafran movement. This is a tired, manufactured narrative that now serves as a cover for state-sanctioned mass murder and political manipulation, Powerful stated. He further claimed that the unaliving were carried out by faceless fifth columnists within the Nigerian security services, whose aim, he said, is to criminalize our indigenous people of Biafra and delegitimize the struggle for Biafran's freedom. The statement also linked the violence to recent development in the legal battle for the release of the indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Powerful suggested that each advancement in Kanu's case is followed by an upsurge in violence, allegedly orchestrated to derail progress and justify his continued detention. Each time the legal argument for the release of our leader gained momentum, the Nigerian state resorts to violence and bloodshed in the southeastern part of the country. And as you all know, like I will always say, these moves are highly orchestrated, to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu continues to stay in DSS detention. I've said these times without number on numerous occasions that the state-sponsored violence that we continue to see in Biafran land is something that they are doing, just to continue to keep these heroes, continuously in Biafran and in struggle, in detention. One, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the second person, Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko. And the reality is that I am now, I am even surprised that Powerful is calling the zoo government, and exposing them back to back since the arrest of Simon Ekpa Njoko, because most of their major problem then was Simon Ekpa Njoko. They continue to call Simon Ekpa and they continue to link him with all the incessant terrorist attack that we continue to see, incessant genocide in Biafran land. They continue to link it to Simon Ekpa Njoko, forgetting that we have the real perpetrators. Instead of you to continue to call out these perpetrators, to call out these men who continue to hide under the guise, in the guise of security agencies to commit all atrocities, you decide to call one of your own, the only person who was actually, fighting legally and legitimately for the Biafran people. That was Simon Ekpa Njoko. Finally, he has been arrested, and he's still going through numerous processes in the detention of the Finnish government. Now, the same genocide, the same murder is happening in Biafran land, and yet when they do it, they call your security agency, which is the Eastern Security Network, because right from the onset of this whole thing, they've always had their ways. They've always had their plans right from the onset of the whole thing. And that is why they will continue to call, Eastern Security Network and other group that is agitating for the freedom of their people. That is why they will continue to call them out instead of them facing the real issue that is happening. It's as simple as that, because their major purpose and their major aim is to continue to demonize the hallowed name of this group that continue to fight for the freedom of their people. Now, also linking this with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, every time his case is gaining momentum, is to continue to find the possible thing to continue to keep Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Do not forget that these are the same people who have, been using all kind of, pretense and all kind of things to continue to hold an innocent man who only fought for the freedom of his people. Now, let us go into other issues happening and trending in Biafran land, because something very, very unusual, or will I use the word usual, because it's becoming a norm in Imo State currently, and that is the issue of the terrorist attack that we've been experiencing in some parts of Imo State. Remember, there was an incident that I posted that was in the morning hours of today on my channel. You can check the video where there was a lot of crazy massacres in Arindu Zog that has actually resulted to the unaliving of Biafrans in Arindu Zog local government area of Imo State. And this has actually brought about so many issues, so many reactions also on who are the perpetrators and who are responsible for this attack. Now, still on the issue of insecurity, government hold Imo residents hostage in a prolonged attack. Now, and this is coming from Vanguard News. According to Vanguard News, which was shared on X, Umulako, Nigerian name, before dawn on July 23rd, the quiet village of Umudibia in Imo State, Ehime Mbano area, shattered under a barrage of gunfire. Unidentified gunmen stormed the community at 5:30 a.m. Their bullets tearing through the morning mist, forcing terrified families to cower indoors. For hours, sporadic gunfire echoed, trapping residents in a nightmare of fear and uncertainty, as reported by local sources. And this has actually been the ordeal of Imo residents in some parts of Imo State. Though no issue of any attack has actually come between Owerri and other part of Imo State, but you see Okigwe, Arindu Zog is a new one, and some other part, Ehime Mbano, and some other parts of Imo State have been experiencing callous murder and high level of carnage. High level of carnage. When I mean high level of carnage, a serious one, the type that we've not been seeing in Biafran land for a very long time. And the big question that has so many people have been asking is who are the perpetrators of this act? Who are the ones orchestrating this heinous crime? Because the Eastern Security Network is exposing the police and blaming them for this irresponsible carnage in Biafran land. Why the police have been pointing out the Eastern Security Network without any evidence? But the unfortunate thing is that when there's a saying that when two elephants fight, then the grass will definitely suffer. When two powerhouses fight, the grass will suffer. And that has been the ordeal of Biafrans, because innocent Biafrans are the ones who are going through this terrible act, in Biafran land. But the big question is, when will they stop? It can only stop when Biafrans begin to come together and begin to understand that there are people who have been fighting tooth and nail on daily basis in the forest, securing their land. Until we start recognizing these people and start doing the needful, then it's a pity that this carnage, this high level of carnage, might actually continue in Biafran land. On that note, I want to thank you once again for joining us on this wonderful YouTube channel. Please do not forget to do the needful by sharing our videos to as many groups and platforms as possible. God bless you.